Hello to the side and back. My name is Tokika Uzuru, also known as Time, and if you didn't understand that. But today I wanted to talk about the 4 points of your general health and how to figure out how to deal with them using your natal chart. Today we're going to be talking about emotional health. So basically, feelings, emotions, how that works. And of course, this is going to be categorized by the planets, which there are only 2, and the houses, which there are 5. So let's start off with the planets because that's a lot easier to explain. The planets will be as follows. The moon, which they do classify as a planet, which would be the emotional body or where you would find your emotional needs. And Venus, which is the planet for love, romance, creativity, and how you see the arts. And now that we're done with that, let's go over to the more gray area type place, which would be the houses. So we start off with the second house, which is emotion, attachment to objects and money, or the emotional attachment that you have on to materialistic things, such as whatever money can buy. The fourth house, which has to do with home life or place of origin where you feel the most secure and your emotional foundation. The fifth house, which is self-expression and self-esteem. The seventh house, which has to do with your relationships with significant people or close friends or partners. And the eighth house, which is emotional security. Now that I've got all of that out the way, it's time to get to some examples to help you out with understanding how to put all of these energies and words together. So we're going to start off with example 1. My moon sign, which is in Leo and in the 5th house. Of course, moon, emotional body and emotional needs. Leo would be dramatic, creativity, and prideful, also playful and childlike. And the 5th house, which would be self-expression and self-esteem. Now the way I had to go ahead and put this together is I had to read the notes that I wrote down for both what Leo and the moon would be and Leo and the 5th house would be. And I had to merge the two together. And what I ended up getting is I am prone to extreme emotions, but I hide all of them. I also have an emotional attachment to things like music and other forms of artistry. Example 2. My Venus sign, which would be in the sign Virgo and house 5 for me. Now Venus represents love, romance, and creativity. Virgo is the detail-oriented zodiac sign, so you're thinking small little details. They're also shy or reserved and always down for a well-planned out plan. That did not sound good. I am sorry. And then the 5th house, once again, self-expression, childlike spirit, self-esteem. So the emotional advice that I ended up writing down for this while I was reading what Venus and Virgo would mean and what Virgo in the 5th house would mean would be to deal with my own emotional and or mental state / demons first. So like the skeletons that you hide in your closet whenever you go into a new relationship, yeah, deal with those first. I'm also quick to fall in love or quick to find a crush, and am a hopeless romantic, which can be a problem at sometimes. I like the little things, such as a long walk on the beach, although I have not walked on the beach, so how do I know? So the rest of the examples that I wrote down have little to nothing to do with the planets. There's only one that does. But it's more about the houses that I want to go ahead and make sure that everyone understands, because you have all of the houses in your chart, just like you have all of the planets in your chart. That house that doesn't have a planet is also important. So the third example that I've written down is where the second house is in sign Gemini. Now the second house is the emotional connection or attachment to materialistic things, and Gemini, when you think Gemini, it's the shapeshifter of the zodiac. It's about duality and variety and never staying in one spot. So that just means that I'm either not attached to material. I'm not really attached to materialistic things. It's not easy. I have to have some sort of emotional attachment or like emotional memory to be attached to a specific object, which is probably the reason why I usually don't wear jewelry every day, because I don't remember to put it on. In fact, I am surprised that I'm able to remember to put this on. The next example would be my sun sign, which is in the sign Leo and in the 4th house. Now, of course, your sun sign would be the core you, your ego or essence. Basically, what you've been placed on this earth to become or be. The sign Leo, prideful, playful, charming, and dramatic. It shows. And the 4th house represents home, place of origins, security, and emotional foundations. What I got from all of that is, for me, home is my palace. Home is where you would see most of what I like. So, like, example, this lovely styrofoam crow I ended up getting at a dollar store and named Crow Biden, because apparently I like birds. There's also a bit of a tea break that I'm going to be doing. Yay. But there's also like a childlike sense to it where I have a lot of penguins. Because of the fact that my sister Alice kept on getting me penguins, because of an inside joke that we both have, people love getting me penguins. And I'm not saying you shouldn't, because I love... Look at this guy. Is it not cute? His name is Luke, by the way. That's the joke. Is he just gonna stay on my head throughout this entire video? Maybe, if I can keep him there. I'm extremely sensitive to criticism about where I would call home, and I might become offensive. The things that I use to decorate usually have a purpose, or usually serve some sort of purpose or have a reason that they're in there or there. And anyone criticizing anything about how I decorate my room, or once I end up getting to that point, my own home, I will become defensive if I don't think about it first. 5th example, the 7th house in Scorpio. The 7th house is where you would find what you would be attracted to, specifically significant partnerships, or how your relationship is with the people that are closer to you, your like inner circle, not the significant people in your life, such as maybe a partner, or I think family is also one of that, but and of course Scorpio is the secret sign or secret zodiac. secret keeper of the zodiac. They don't really like showing their emotions, and makes sense. But they would also be described as intense, obsessive, and private. These are not all bad things. When I find someone that I find attractive or quote unquote love, I will get obsessive. And it's better for me not to do that, and I've learned that the hard way. So I just need to allow it to let it be, and if it happens that they go ahead and talk to me, let fate decide how that's gonna go, because apparently I can't. That's a story for another day. But yeah, just don't obsess over it. Put your focus on something else. And last but not least, the sixth example that I have written down, which is the 8th house in Sagittarius. The 8th house represents your emotional security and also your soul security. But we're going to be more focused on like the emotional security side because we're talking about emotional health. And Sagittarius would be the wild card or wildfire of the zodiac signs. Hint, fire. Sagittarius is a fire sign, and they would also be described as optimistic and enthusiastic, but also very difficult to control, which is the reason why I said wildfire. So the advice from my emotional state that I got from that was to spend more time making whatever dreams that I have in my head or visions that I want to go ahead and happen, to work on making them come true, and also figure out how my emotional stability or emotional security is, which I'm actually doing while I'm doing the research and writing the notes down for this video. And that's it. That's all I have for you today. I think the next one that I'm going to be doing is physical. And I'm also going to be doing some research on teas, because that's what I'm going to be doing a video about. Teas, and not only the medicinal properties, but the metaphysical properties that I would also like to talk about. And how that involves with like your psychology, because that's what I love too. I will be doing that after I finish this video, in which I will go ahead and do the stereotypical YouTuber outro. Please don't forget, if you like this video, to press the like button. If you want to go ahead and see more videos such as this, what I did, because I did a mental health video just last week, or if you want to go ahead and stay tuned for the tea videos that I will be making. Videos, plural, because there's too much information to put in one video. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on your post notifications just to make sure you're notified of when I post. Also, don't forget to comment below any more ideas you want me to go ahead and do research on, such as like the medicinal properties or metaphysical properties of like certain herbs that you can turn into teas, because that's what we're doing next. Also, not me. My sister straightened my hair during the weekend, and I like the way she did it because it is straight. It's a bit poofy though. And also, apparently I now have YouTuber long hair. It literally goes down my back, and this is not, it sounds like I'm bragging, but I'm very happy that my hair grows, because there was a time in which it didn't. And that will be all for me. I will go ahead and actually get started on doing the research for the tea video, because I want to get that done real quick. And I will most definitely see you next time. This is Tokika, or Time.